Hello, and welcome to Impact Monday. I'd like to celebrate you for taking the time out of your schedule to engage with me and impact your Monday. It is such a wonderful time of season, and I just love it so much. There's just this feeling of joy and love in the air. It's all around, and we're celebrating Jesus Christ. So, again, thank you for joining me today. I want to give you more of what you want to hear about as it relates to building your business and growing a kingdom business. So I'm encouraging you to please message me with your ideas. If we are friends, please make sure that you direct message me, or you can place your ideas in the comments below. I would really appreciate that so much. So for those of you who are new to me, I am Sabrina L. Taylor. I'm the transformational coach to Christian women entrepreneurs, and I'm also the founder of Impact Life Enterprises, where we believe that you can seize and live your God-inspired and God-sized dreams. So over the last weeks, we have been talking about how you can unlock your divine assets. So, for those who have not been following along in our Impact Mondays, I just wanted to provide you a brief summary, very brief summary of what we've discussed about that, give you a brief rundown of it. So, as you build your business and you grow your business, we're going to look at your assets as it relates to you personally in your business. And if you haven't noted down your assets, I'm encouraging you to do so. It is worth your time to outline your superpowers. It's important to become aware of your superpowers and to own them unapologetically in your business and in your life. And these, as I see it, are your abilities, your anointing, your skill sets, your soul set, your strengths, your stands, your education, experience, and your expertise, your time, your talents, your training, even your testings, and your strong, heartfelt desires. What are those things? What are they? Locate them, write them down, own them, acknowledge them, and then put them all out into the world in your purpose, because these are the things that make life worth living, to live according to the purpose and design that God has created you with all of this multitude of ingredients that make up you, and then placing all of who you are into your business to bless the world. That is just the cherry on top of the cake. Much. So now, in this segment of Impact Monday, since we are coming to the end of a year, coming into the beginning of another year, I want you to just take the time to look back over 2021 in a review. How did you do? How did you do? How did your business grow? What have you accomplished? What are you celebrating? What were your wins? What were your ahas? What were your don't do that again? What were the risks that you took? What were the lessons, the people, the places? Where did you go? What ways did you grow? And what ways can you move forward? So let's just look at all of those questions. Number one, what were your achievements? Now, your achievements may look like a revenue goal that you had, or the number of sales that you had that you desire to increase for your company. It may look like the money that you actually saved your company. It may be the time that you saved because you were honed into what were your distinct priorities. What were the problems that you identified and solved? What were the ideas, the innovations, the creative ideas that were introduced during this year and that you moved on? What were those ideas that were like fire and you just decided to take the risk to jump out there and just do the doggone thing? All right. What were your accomplishments? What were your achievements? What were the procedures or processes or systems that you developed and implemented that grew your business considerably? What are those achievements? I want you just to take a little time. Maybe I should have told you, get a pen, get a paper, take the time to do that. What were your achievements? What I've found in myself, and if you're much like I am, we are always doing things. There are so many things on our to-do list, right? And we have clicked off all of these things on our to-do list that are moving us forward in our business and in our lives, but we just don't take the time to stop and say, hey, girl, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. We don't do that. We just keep rolling along, keep rolling along. I want you to really, and I'm going to be more intentional myself in really celebrating what you have achieved. I mean, look, you're sitting here on this day, you're in your business, and you have done so much, so much. And there's so much more for you to do. But in this moment, we breathe in, we breathe out, and we just celebrate the wins that we've been able to accomplish in this year. This year has been a challenging year, and it's also been an opportunity for us to grow in ways that we've never grown before. And if you are sitting here, standing here, still here on this earth realm, you have accomplished so much. So let's celebrate those achievements. Okay? All right. Next, what did you create? What did you create? I love God. God is such a creator. He created all of the world, and he also placed his DNA in you and me, right? So what is it that you created with God? Did you add another income stream into your business? Did you create a joint venture with someone who has similar goals that you do? Did you create a new service or a new product for your business? Did you create any systems or processes or plans that supported you in your growth and your sanity? What did you create? Did you create some key relationships? Did you create some communities that would support you as you build your business? Did you create an atmosphere or an environment which you thrive and that supports you as you grow? What did you create? Note those down. Next, how did your business grow? How did it grow? And you may discount the way in which it has grown, but if it has grown just a little bit, it has grown. You've made your move toward more growth. Were you able to hire support staff? Were you able to look at your business model and sort of change and pivot into a model that really served you and your values and your personality? Were you able to add another way that you can serve and support your clients or your customers who do business with you? Were you able to expand your product line? Maybe you started with one line in your business and now you're moving forward. Perhaps you started with one audience that you served and now you're moving your audience. What ways have you grown your business? Acknowledge those, accept those, celebrate those. And how did you grow? Your business can grow only to the level in which you grow personally. So have you grown yourself? Have you grown your personal in development? you could even look at your spiritual development. How have you grown in that way? How have you allowed yourself to walk in that anointing that God has placed on you as a kingdompreneur to carry out his will, to give him glory, and to serve others with love and excellence? Are you dedicated to lifelong learning? Have you committed, perhaps you committed to um, some training of some sort, or you have said, well, like I've said, I'm going to either listen to or read a book, a business book, something that's going to um, cause me to grow in my personal development, something I love, Think and Grow Rich, things like Power Up, well, no, it's not Power Up, Power Your Profits, things like Born to Multiply, things like the Motivation Manifesto, these different things that keep you learning and growing and becoming more of who God created you to be. Have you honed into your ability and desire to learn? These are powerful skills that you can use to positively impact all the areas of your life, not only professionally, but in your relationships with other people and your relationship with yourself. How did you grow? Did you volunteer your time to make that impact and that difference in your community's life? Did you experience any new things or new places? Um, did you learn a new language? Hey, how did you get creative this year? How did you make health and wellness your priority? For me, I'm growing in this area. This is an area that is ever being pivoted in my life, but I'm tweaking here and there, finding what works for me, because not everything works for everyone. So finding what works for me as it relates to what I eat, how I move, what I do, and then investing in myself in that way. So how have you grown? How have you grown? Your growth may look like hiring a coach or having a mentor. For me, that has been instrumental in my growth, to have someone to hold a space for me in places where I may feel uncertain or not confident enough, but then you having this person to really look at you beyond the space that you're in to a place where God has called you, that masterpiece, that has been a game changer for me to help me along and help me grow as the woman of faith and the entrepreneur that I am. So, how have you grown? Let's take time to evaluate your life. What is working as you're growing and what's not working? Have you allowed yourself to, have you allowed yourself the opportunity to grow in ways that you have not grown? Have you challenged yourself to go beyond the comfort zone? Have you become uncomfortable with your comfort zone? How did you grow? And did you have a plan? Okay, so I'm a planner girl. I have plans all over the place. I have my plans everywhere, planners everywhere. Did you have a plan? What a plan does for me is it holds me in a place where, okay, this is a plan, this is the framework, this is the foundation. It gives me ultimate clarity on what it is that I am to do and what I can say yes to and what I can say no to. This is what it is. It's a plan that says, okay, this is a priority in your life, in your business. This, not so much. Okay. So it gives you clarity so that you can make more, as you're making decisions, that you can make the decisions that are aligned with your key priorities and your key processes. Okay. It's also a way for you to be consistent. Consistency is the key. One of my clients, I'll say one of my clients, asked her, I said, well, what is something that you want to learn more about? And we're going to talk about that in our next few Impact Mondays. But the idea of consistency. Consistency is something that we all struggle with at times. It is a great challenge. We know what to do, but are we consistent in it? We can just go back to the health example. We want to do this. We want to lose weight or we want to gain weight, but we're not doing the things that is required of us in order to make that goal, that milestone, a reality in our lives. So as we're looking at the plan, if you don't have a plan, then you don't know what your milestones are. You don't know what you don't know. You just don't know. So you're doing this, that, and the other thing. You don't have a plan. So how can you be consistent unless you have a plan? And then having consistency, oftentimes having someone to hold you accountable for what you say that you're going to do is a game changer as well. So did you have a plan? Did you set your priorities? Were you consistent in that plan? Okay. This plan holds you. It provides for you a firm foundation and structure for your success. Hands down, point blank, period. You need a plan. And then you just need to do the doggone thing. Okay. All right. So let's look forward into 2022. In our prophetic eye, what do you see for your future? If I'm talking to you and you're not a business owner, entrepreneur yet, but perhaps you are that CEO, you're working in your business, working in someone else's business, and you have a desire to step into your dream business, that thing, that strong, heartfelt desire that been placed on you from the foundations of the world and now is just bubbling up within your soul. What is that? We're going to look forward into 2022 and we are going to cast a vision for your success, for more productivity, for more purposeful, intentional being in the earth, for more prosperity, for more profitability, for your phenomenal year. Now, if you are a business owner, entrepreneur, now in your business, let's still cast that vision for more. My word for this coming year is multiply, 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 multiply. We're going to multiply things in this coming year. 2022, multiplication, abundance, expansion, enlarging the territories, walking. Oh, I like this P word, possessing the land that God has placed inside of your life. I'm going to possess what God has for me for 2022. Are you going to possess the land? The land. What is that land? Possessing that phenomenal year in your business and in your life. So what have you accomplished? What will you create in 2022? What do you want your life and your business to look like? I have so many things that I desire in 2022. And it's important to know that unless you write it, 9 times out of 10, I don't think it's going to happen. You need to write the vision. If you need to pivot, at least you have something to go from. Okay, so this was the vision that I've written. I have prayed about it. This is what it is, but things have not worked out as I planned. Be flexible, but at least have a plan. Have the plan. You need the plan. You need the plan. So what do you want your business to look like? What do you want your life to look like? Think about it. What do you want? What do you want? If if you knew that anything that you spoke into the atmosphere would come to pass, what is it that you would speak over your business? What is it that you would speak over your life? In the areas of your life, in your spiritual life, in your professional life, in your relationships, the relationship that you have with yourself, with your spouse, with your family, with your children, with your clients, with your customers, with your mentors and coaches, with your ministry. What do you want it to look like? Write the vision and make it plain so that you may run with it, because we don't have, listen, what we know is that time waits for no one, and we have to act on this thing. We have to go after it like crazy. Go after it. So what do you want your business to look like? What I know for sure is that you need to have a business plan. If you are doing business, if you're doing life, you need to have a business plan in place to create a firm foundation so that you can achieve more of what you want and less of what you don't want. Okay, time is out for just throwing something up on the wall and praying that it sticks. No, this time for you and me to continue to be intentional, be sharpened on the focus of what we've been called to do, because this is not playtime. This is time for us to step into the genius, the magnificence, the masterpiece that God has called us. So I'm calling you up. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have a business plan, if you haven't written it down, this is the time to write it, make it plain. Even so, to take your words and craft the business that you desire, to craft the life that you desire. And then after you've written it, after you've spoken it, then do the steps. Make the moves that you need to move in order to do that. What we know is that you have tons and tons and tons of creative ideas. Listen, I have mounds of and stacks of 3-ring binders with ideas for books and ideas for products and programs. But without a plan, it's nothing. Because unless we plan it, we won't do it. If we don't schedule it, we won't do it. How do many of you know that you schedule to do something? Okay, this is on my schedule to do it. Okay, I put it on my calendar and I am going to do it. However, if you just say, oh, I'll just do it whenever, you're not going to do it. So it's important. Write that idea down. In Luke 14:28, yeah, I could not leave the word out here. Luke 14:28, it says, for which of you desiring to build a tower does not first sit down and count the cost, whether he has enough to complete it? Now, this scripture, you can take it many different ways, but I want you're desiring to build a tower. You're desiring to build your life. You're desiring to build your business. It's time for you to take the time, get out of hustle, sit down and count the costs. Write the plan, do the thing that you've been created so magnificently to perform in this earth. With that plan, you are able to know what your priorities are. Because without a plan, you may waste your time on things that do not need to be taking up your time. So it doesn't have a greater use of your time, and you're not able to move forward toward your objectives. So your plan will give you the opportunity to put your priorities in order, to decide your yeses from your nos, so that you can move even further up into that strategic that's your strategic seizing and captivating of your God-sized dream. Okay. So I have gone longer than I've expected, but that's okay. That's okay. So, do you have a plan to move forward in your 2022 more strategically? Do you have that plan? If you are needing help with that, I can tell you this. Having accountability, a business plan, consistency in working your plan is going to be paramount to your success. Again, accountability, also the business plan, and consistency to walk out that plan consistently without stopping, continuing to do the things that you need to do in order to move forward, regardless if you feel like it or not. These are the things that are going to place you in a successful position in your 2022. We looked at 2021, and essentially it is in the past. Now we are casting a vision for your future for 2022. And this is the perfect time. This is your perfect season. This is your moment for accountability, for planning and consistency. And I would like to offer you an opportunity to get really clear on what it is that God has for you to do in 2022. Yes, getting clear, getting focused, getting free from any fear that holds you back. I'm offering to you the Empowered Business Planning Intensive. Now, if you'd like to hear more about it, to schedule your 5M Empowered Business Plan Audit Call, you can apply for that. You can apply for that opportunity, and I will place that link. Actually, you can schedule your 5M Empowered Business Plan Audit Call to apply for this opportunity. If you would like to hear more information about it, comment below empowered. Empowered. That's empowered. Empowered. Empowered Business Plan Intensive. This is an awesome opportunity for you to take to really sit, count the cost, get clear on what it is that you desire to create with God and the power of God in your business. Okay? The Empowered Business Planning Intensive. This is going to be intense. It's going to get you ready for your 2022 to walk more powerfully, more purposefully, more productively, more profitably, and of course, more peacefully into your phenomenal 2022. That's what I'm decreeing and declaring over your life and your business, that this is a phenomenal year, and let's do things with a plan. Okay? So it has been a delight to be with you today in Impact Monday with me, Sabrina L. Taylor. I am super excited about what God is doing in and through your life as you walk into your kingdom business in power, in the power of God, and you seize those God-sized opportunities and dreams that He has designed for you before the beginning, before life even began. All right. Again, I'm celebrating your magnificence, and I look forward to hearing you on the call. So schedule your 5M Empowered Business Plan call to apply for this opportunity, the Empowered Business Planning Intensive. Again, God bless you, and I'll see you next Monday.